Last month, Ron DeSantis announced that the Florida Hometown Heroes program is going to provide $100 million in down payment and closing cost assistance to help Florida's hometown workers purchase homes in the communities they serve. What's neat about this is that it's open to everyone in the state of Florida, and many of our buyers are taking advantage of this program as we speak. Maybe you're asking yourself if you qualify for the program. Keep watching because I'm gonna break it down right after this. In this video, I'm going to explain the program and how you qualify. But before we jump in, if you're new to my channel, my name is Jonathan and I've been selling real estate locally in South Florida for the past 18 years. My goal is always to inform you about all things real estate in the Tri-County area, whether it's a city guide, places to eat, a neighborhood tour, or helpful information about a new program that can really benefit you like this video. If you get value from this, consider subscribing and please hit that like button for the algorithm. Let's jump right in. So what is the Hometown Heroes program? It's a down payment assistance program that launched back in June 2022 and was aimed primarily to help veterans, active duty military members, nurses, teachers, and law enforcement officers purchase homes for their families. In the past year, it's helped over 6,700 heroes now be able to afford to buy homes in the communities that they have dedicated their lives to serving. Because it was so popular and had such a huge impact, the state of Florida has allocated additional funding of $100 million starting July 1st, 2023. One of the best changes and the one that makes this program possible and attractive for everyone is that the program now includes all working residents, not just frontline workers. How does the Hometown Heroes program benefit me? I'm not sure when the last time you bought a home was, if ever. Maybe you've rented your entire life and now are ready to achieve the American dream of home ownership. If you look at most conventional and government-backed mortgage programs today, they all require a minimum of 3.5% to 5% down payment, plus an additional 2 to 4% on average for closing costs and prepaid escrows. Not to mention the moving costs and renovation costs. Now, these costs are often the primary obstacle for many first-time home buyers. How does it work? With the Hometown Hero program, approved buyers can receive 5% of their total loan amount, not to exceed $35,000 in assistance. For a standard $350,000 home price, that's a $17,500 in down payment and closing cost assistance. Anything over $700,000 hits the limit of $35,000, while anything under $700,000 goes based on the 5%. Note, there will be a minimum draw amount of $10,000 for buyers purchasing a home less than $200,000. Another very important thing to mention that most don't is that the 5% down payment from the Hometown for Heroes program would have to be repaid in full if you ever decide to sell or refinance your home. If you never sell, then you never have to pay it back. With all of that being said, you probably want to know if you qualify and what it will take, so let's discuss. Who is eligible to participate in the program? To be eligible for this program, prospective home buyers must meet the following criteria. First-time home buyer status. What is considered a first-time home buyer? That means that you have not owned a primary residence within the past 3 years. This requirement ensures that the program targets individuals who are new to home ownership and can benefit from financial assistance. Minimum credit score. A minimum credit score of 640 is required to qualify for the Florida Hometown Heroes program. This criteria assesses the applicant's creditworthiness and indicates their ability to manage financial responsibilities effectively. Income limitations. To be eligible, home buyers must earn less than 150% of the area median income for their county. The area median income varies based on the location and is determined by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD. You're probably wondering what this all means and want to know what those figures are. I went ahead and found them for you to make it easy in order from lowest to highest. In Ocala, the limit is $128,250. Tallahassee is $129,000. Gainesville is $130,050. Tampa is $130,350. Orlando is $131,700. Jacksonville is $132,750. Broward and Fort Lauderdale area is $144,000. Palm Beach County, the limit is $146,100. Miami-Dade is $154,800, and Key West comes in at $162,750. Employment by a Florida-based employer. Applicants must be employed by a Florida-based employer. Now, this requirement aims to support individuals who contribute to the local economy and have a direct connection to the community in which they work and reside. As long as the company you work for is headquartered in Florida, then you're fine. Another thing I want to mention is that the buyers must work a minimum of 35 hours a week to qualify. Type of property. Single-family residences, townhomes, and FHA-approved condos are eligible. Lot and land loans are not permitted. Loan limits. The maximum loan limit for an FHA loan is $557,750 and $726,200 for conventional loans. This is important so when you're shopping and you know you're not buying with a ton of cash, that you have to stay at or below these figures. As I had mentioned before, this program has been around since June 2022, but recently has undergone significant changes that started July 1st. These changes aim to expand the program's reach and increase its impact on the lives of Floridians. Here are the key updates. Increased maximum down payment assistance amount. One of the notable changes to the Florida Hometown Heroes program is the increase in the maximum down payment assistance amount. Previously, it was set at $25,000. The maximum assistance available will now be raised to $35,000. That essentially opens the door for the $500,000 to $700,000 buyers that before would have capped out at $25,000, but now can get up to an extra $10,000. Expanded eligibility criteria. This one is huge, and as I mentioned earlier in this video, has opened up the floodgates for so many more people who wouldn't have qualified under the old plan. The state wanted to make this program more inclusive. Previously, it was exclusively for frontline heroes, but now they are expanding the eligibility criteria to include all working Floridians. This expansion is a recognition that heroes come in many forms, and the program aims to support a wide range of individuals who make significant contributions to their communities through their work. If you ask me, it's a great move to celebrate and appreciate the diverse heroes among us. Additional funding allocation. Recognizing the importance and success of the Florida Hometown Heroes program, an additional $100 million in funding has been allocated for the 2023-2024 fiscal year. This increase in funding demonstrates the state's commitment to supporting its residents in achieving homeownership and addresses the growing demand for assistance. What are the different mortgage options available under the program? With this program, you have 4 mortgage options. FHA loans are insured by the Federal Housing Administration, the FHA. They have more lenient credit score requirements than conventional loans. A minimum of 3.5% down payment is required. Conventional loans are not insured or guaranteed by the government. They typically require a down payment of at least 3%, and interest rates tend to be higher than FHA or VA loans. VA loans are guaranteed by the Department of Veterans Affairs, the VA. They offer 100% financing, so you don't need a down payment. They also have a monthly mortgage insurance premium, MIP. USDA loans are guaranteed by the United States Department of Agriculture. They are available to borrowers who purchase homes in rural areas. They offer 100% financing and they have no monthly MIP. So if you've made it this far, you're probably considering giving it a shot and curious on next steps. Let's talk about how the process works and how you can go from step 1 to closing on your new home. How does the reservation and loan delivery process work? Number 1, find the participating lender. The first step is to find a participating lender. You can find a list of participating lenders on the Florida Housing Finance Corporation website, or just ask your realtor. Number 2, apply for the program. Once you have found the participating lender, you will need to apply for the program. The lender will review your application and determine if you are eligible. Number 3, make an offer on a home. If you are approved for the program, you can make an offer on a home. By this step, you should have a realtor helping you out. If you don't, call me and I'll help you out. Just kidding. But in all seriousness, if you need an agent or have any questions, feel free to reach out. Don't forget that the lender will need to approve the loan before you can close on the home. Number 4, reserve the funds. Once the lender approves a loan, you will need to reserve the funds. This means that you will need to pay a reservation fee. Now, the reservation fee is typically 1% of the down payment assistance amount. Number 5, close on the home. Once the funds are reserved, you can close on the home. The lender will provide you with the down payment assistance funds at the time of closing. The reservation and loan delivery process typically takes like 30 to 60 days. However, the process may take longer if there are any delays in the underwriting process. So that's the Hometown Heroes program, and hopefully it gives you a lot of information and clarity about the program and how it works. It's been wildly successful for us and our buyers in the short amount of time that it's been available. We have several buyers taking full advantage of this program and are currently under contract. You know, there's so many people that would like to buy, but they don't understand the process and they think that buying takes a lot more money than it really does. I'm here to say that you can buy a home today using this 5% down payment, and we can even negotiate a credit for your closing costs. So essentially, you could potentially buy your new home with zero money down. If you have any questions, make sure to drop a comment below. If you're considering taking full advantage of this program and want to get the ball rolling and need help navigating the process and would like for us to help you, then please feel free to reach out by either calling, texting, emailing, or messaging me on social media. All of our information is in the description below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. And if you want to learn more about South Florida real estate, then make sure to go ahead and watch this video.